Good morning, chat. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday, guys. It is a new day, new week. I hope you guys are ready to kill it this week and catch a bunch of profitable trades, guys. Let's catch some pips. So we do have news that just recently came out. Manufacturing index, right? Empire State Manufacturing Index came out about a couple minutes ago, like exactly a minute ago at negative 4.6. So it came out underneath what it was forecasting at. Previous month was at a 1.9 for the month of September. And again, we forecasted a negative 6.4, came out at negative 4.6. So above the forecast is actual great. A greater than forecast is better for the currency. So as we could see, it could possibly have had some positive impact on the U.S. dollar. Um, Gold currently rejecting that 1922 area. So if it seems like a good time to buy. I mean to sell, but I'm just coming off of a win with gold. So let's see. Hopefully we can maintain this win, guys. Um, that being said, guys, just to give you a heads up, my Instagram was just taken down. For those of you that have been following me for some time, you may have noticed that I'm no longer on Instagram. They took me down. They permanently disabled my account due to impersonation, which makes no sense because I'm the real John Paul Trades, and it just Instagram is kind of just disappointing with how they handle these impersonating cases. How is it possible that another Instagram profile can just go and block me and report me as a fake one when they have no form of verifying that? But anyways, I think I'm taking some time off social media, focusing on the community, focusing on you guys on YouTube. So anybody watching this video, please give it a like. It really means a lot to me. And also comment what ideas you'd like to see. Comment what videos you'd like to see. Right, the content you'd like me to post. Maybe you want me to teach you how to use trend lines. Maybe you want me to teach you how to use support and resistance. Maybe you want to see how I analyze my charts. Anything from charts to vlogs. I do have a pending vlog to post, so stay tuned with that as well, guys. I will be uploading it this upcoming week. Um, just last week was kind of a downer when I realized when I found out they took me down. But I'm not gonna let that stop me, and I think it's actually a sign for me to continue to focus on my trading and just focus on my community for now. So that being said, I don't know when I'll be coming back on Instagram, but it won't be anytime soon. Um, so yeah, guys, just felt like I needed to share that with you guys. Also, that being said, let's get back into it. So, manufacturing index, Empire State Manufacturing Index. What is it? It's just a level of diffusion index based on surveyed manufacturers in the New York State, right? So it's released monthly around the middle of the current month. So as we can see, around the middle of the month, every month released. Um, so above zero point 0.0 indicates improving conditions, below indicates worsening conditions. As we could see, we're improving conditions from a negative 6.4 to a negative 4.6. It's a leading indicator of economic health. Businesses react quickly to market conditions, and changes in their sentiment can be early signal of future economic activity such as spending, hiring, and investment. Survey of about 200 manufacturers in New York State, which asked respondents to rate the relative level of general business conditions. Do we have any other news aside from that? We do. Medium impact news. The only high impact news that we had was Empire State Manufacturer Index. Like I said, we reject this 1922 area. I don't feel as if I want to get into sales. My next level of selling would be right around here at 1908. 1908, where we'd be breaking market structure to the downside. Now off the shorter time frames. Now, why is 1922? Why was 1922 a good area to sell? Just for the simple fact that we were rejecting this level of resistance that we have here at 1922. So we'd be able to keep a nice tight stop loss with stops above this wick, right? So it would look like something like this. At the time, it was at 1922, so right around there. Stop loss right above the current wick, so it was a 25 pip stop loss, and you could have your 1-to-1 right around anywhere around there. So as you can see, your 1-to-1 would have hit for a quick scalp, but it is risky just because of the news that was released. I'm not saying that this news has heavy impact on the markets. It is a high impact news, but sometimes in the markets it won't reciprocate that, right? Aside from that, let's go check out Finviz. Let's check out our indices, see how they're performing. Currently, we have Dow currently up 0.12%, Nasdaq currently down 1.23%, and S&P 500 currently down 0.5%. We have our stocks currently not doing so well. So let's go take a look at our Forex-based pairs, and we can see the U.S. dollar is a bit bearish, almost towards the indecisive side, but our other pairs are outperforming the US dollar. Euro USD bullish, GBP USD bullish, NZD USD bullish, Euro GBP bullish, GBP JPY bullish, Aussie USD bullish, and USD CHF bearish, USD CAD bearish, USD JPY bearish, gold currently bearish at the moment. We did see a sell-off on gold for London session, which was pretty intriguing, but let's see what type of volume we get on gold at the moment. I'm just feeling bullish on gold, but we can never go based off what we're feeling. We should always go based off what we see, right? That being said, let's go take a look at investing.com and make sure that we've checked out all three of our resources. Make sure that everything is seeming to be leading. Everything seems to be fine. Everything adding up with one another, right? So let's no thank you. Let's go over here to major indices. And the only reason why I use investing.com, it has an economic calendar, but I don't really use their economic calendar. I just go over here to this sector right here, and then check to see the charts, right? S&P currently down negative 0.5%. Nasdaq currently down negative 1.23%, and Dow Jones, which is US 30, currently up 0.12%. So it seems like the information is confluencing with one another. So now we can go and take a look at our pairs, right? Starting with the DXY. Let's take a look at the DXY real quick. Let's see how DXY is performing. DXY. Let's go to the daily. So DXY is performing how I want it to be performing, right? We had this bullish breakout to the upside. We were channeling to the upside on this trend channel from the daily, weekly time frame, and we broke out of that trend channel last week. After we broke out of that trend channel, we saw a little trend line form from the higher high to the lower low, right? And then we saw a breakout at the lower low area of the trend line, right? Breaking out to the upside, breaking out of the trend line resistance. DXY then shot up, currently rejecting this level, high time frame level of resistance that we have at 106 500 area, 106 650. So we can see continuation. We can see a rejection, right? We could see continuation to the downside, and possibly DXY start to reject. And possibly the DXY start to reject those buys, and we could see sell-off, right? The sell-off that we need for gold to continue to the upside. Now, a couple things that let's see where is our next level of support for the DXY. We have multiple levels that we need to break, right? We need to break this level right here at 106, and then our next level would be this level of support at 105 500 level. That would be like our next level of support that we have for the US for the DXY. So if we can break those levels, it would be nice. We could see that move that, I think below 106, 105, 500, we could see that move that we've been anticipating for the US dollar to, that sell off. And with that huge sell off, we could see prices on gold start to surge to the upside, and other, pairs that trade against the US dollar. But we got to be patient right now. We got to look at the present, and let's not get carried away with the future. Let's go take a look at Nasdaq. Let's see how Nasdaq is performing. Nasdaq is looking good for some sells. Nasdaq is looking good for some sells. So let's see. We do have this trend line that we're respecting. So if we do sell, it would be something like this. Let's see how big this stop loss is. 300 pip stop loss right above the trend line, and we could keep it right here towards our level of support. I really like this trade. I will be looking to take this trade soon as the daily flips, looking for entries right around the break of the previous low. So it would be like right around 15,000 would be the area. That seems like a nice trade. Let's wait. I want to be patient, right? I want to see first this. I want to see price touch this trend line, reject, and then come back down and tap. Sorry, guys. But guys, I really like this trade. I think this will be the one. We'll be patient. There's a couple ways we could play this out, right? We could get in here. There's a higher chance that we could hit our stop loss, or we could be patient, wait for price to reject here, and then continue to the downside, right? Now, guys, there's a couple things you want to take into consideration. Why do I think this trade is valid? Well, we have multiple touches with our trend line, right? One touch. We have two touch over here, three touch, fourth touch. This would be the fifth touch, right? The more touches, the better on a trend line. The more touches, the more valid a trend line is. So that's just one confluence that I have with trend line, right? My next confluence would be obviously my level of support, minor time frame level of support. If we go, that's when we'd have to go down, scale in. We're still off the daily time frame, so I'll be looking into that as well. We've also been seeing for the past couple weeks that we're on this bearish trend with the Nasdaq, right? So if we can continue to respect this bearish trend with Nasdaq, we could see continuation to the downside. Also correlating with the US dollar, right? The US dollar for the past couple weeks has been bearish, right? Seeing some signs of potential sell-off. Now, the markets should, if they continue to correlate with one another, we should see sell-off with Nasdaq as well. I really like this trade. And with Nasdaq, the good thing about this trade, it has potential to possibly be not just a 1 to 1.5 trade, but possibly a 1 to 4, 1 to 5 if we break market structure and if we break those high time frame levels of support that we have over here at 14,575. If we can break that area, we could see massive sell-off with good continuation to the downside. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame now. If we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we have the same trend line off the top, right? The resistance trend line seeming to be valid. Now, what do we have here off the 4-hour time frame? We have range, right? I want to wait for this range. I want to see breakout of this range. And now my stop loss also seems pretty valid. But if we see breakout, I possibly won't have my stop loss so high. I'll possibly have even a shorter stop loss, keeping my stops very risky, right around here at 300 pips. I just noticed that this stop loss that I originally had was not so valid because it was 2,000, 3,000 pips almost, so definitely not the case. That being said, stop loss would be right around here, 300 pips. But I don't really like this trade anymore. You see, this is why I was about to make such a I was about to make such a silly mistake, a mistake that could have easily been avoided, right? And sometimes when we get anxious or we get impatient or we rush things, right, we don't pay attention to those small little things. I was about to put, I was about to execute this trade. If it would, thank God it didn't play out, right? But I said if price breaks previous low, I'm getting in with a 300 pip stop loss, right? It wasn't 300 pips that I had here. It was 3,000 pips. I know it's early in the morning. I made a silly mistake. You know, forgive me for that. But we didn't execute because of patience. And the good thing we didn't execute because when we came down to the shorter time frames, that's why I always tell people when analyzing your charts, start at the high time frame, start at the daily, start at the weekly, start at the monthly, and then go down to the 4 hours, to 2 hours, to 1 hour 30, and the 15 minute. And if you're a short time frame scalper, you can still scalp. Just keep in mind what's going on with the higher time frames, right? That being said, I realized over here that price, well, my stop loss wouldn't have been 300 pips, it would have been 3,000 pips. So now what can I do? Let's zoom in a little, right? Let's delete what we don't need, and let's focus on what's going on around us, right? What do we have? Let's see what we have. Let's start looking for what we've got. We've got a possible trend line that we're respecting, right? We have this short time frame level of resistance where it's currently at, right? Where currently price is consolidated at. Also, we've got this, so this will be our no trade range at the moment, right? So if we do break out, we'll keep stops. Let's see, if we do break out to trade, keep our stop loss right underneath. It's too big of a stop loss, 1,000 pips. I'm not really trying to hold 1,000 pips unless I leverage correctly, right? So I don't know how I feel about this. How about the buys at that level? It would have to be a shorter stop loss, something around the lines of 300 pips. I normally keep an average of 250 pips to 350 pips on my stop losses with Nasdaq. And guys, if you don't know how to put your stop loss, or if you don't know how big your stop loss should be, just go down to the shorter time frames, go to the 1 minute time frame, right, and see how big like the average candle is, right? That's what helps me determine a stop loss. Why? Because when you're trading sessions that correspond with your pair, like in this case, I'm trading US NAS 100 off the New York Times sessions session, right? If volatility kicks in, I'm not trying to get surprised, right? What I mean by that, well, this candle right here seems pretty lengthy, has almost 100 pips, right? This candle has almost 100 pips. If we go to another candle, this one seems lengthy. How much is it? 130 pips, right? What about this one? 35, 45 pips, right? Now, this is all pre-New York. This is before New York. We just finished London session, so there's not a lot of volume, right? But if we look at sessions like during New York session, right? Like over here, look at this one. This is off the 1 minute time frame, 80 pips. Then we have another one over here for about 80 pips as well, right? 100 pips. So it could easily tap my 250 pip stop loss. And sometimes it moves on average off the 1 minute time frame like 150 to 250 pips. So I'm not trying to have my stop loss get hit because of volume. I'm trying to be able to hold that drawdown according to my risk, right, and my capital. But I don't want it to affect it in a way where volume just kicks in, I get stopped out, I'm not in the trade, and then it hits my take profit. That's how indices perform sometimes. And it can be frustrating, right? So you want to know the pair that you're trading. You want to know, you want to understand how it moves and keep those things into consideration. So for when you are sitting and planning your trade, you can plan accordingly, right? Have the stop loss that you need, have the take profit that you need. Feel confident whenever you're securing profits or whenever you're cutting your losses, right? Always plan your trade. Always be proactive when you're trading. Never be reactive. Always be proactive. That being said, so we have a trend line coming down from the top. Higher time frame trend line as well off the trend channel, but the trend line that I'm focusing on is this 4 hour trend line as well. We have a no trade range at the moment, so I will be patiently waiting for this trade to play out. I want to see signs of rejection off the resistance to trend line. I want to see breakouts possibly if I'm taking buys, and I want to see breakout of the range if I'm taking sells, right? I want to see this form the same range that we have over here. I want to see it form down below and sort of create a range 2, right? If we create a range 2, then our possibilities start to increase to the downside to sell off. So let's be cautious, let's be patient. We have another level of support over here that I like, not because I like, but more because of the amount of reaction that we have around here, right? We have reaction around this level where we reject, reaction, 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 reaction. So it seems very valid. Now, what do I always tell people whenever we seem uncertain or anything, or if we want extra confirmation? Let's just look to the left. If we look to the left, it seems like a valid level where price starts to reject it as a level of support or a level of resistance. And when we break out with impulse. So seems pretty valid. Let's go back to where we're currently analyzing. Let's go to the 2 hour, 1 hour. 2 hour and the 1 hour correlate with one another, which seems like we're just ranging. But what I like is that trend line seems very valid. So let's see where we can keep. Let's plan. I'm planning my trade out at the moment, you know. This is what it's all about. We're not in a trade, we're just planning the trade. If we were to sell here at the top of this range, we could keep our stop loss right, or we could wait for price to reject, right? Have price sort of come up a little, have a smaller stop loss, 300, and then trade this range. This seems like a nice potential trade, but not in it yet. Trade idea. Put this here. All right, let's go down to the 30-minute time frame and the 15-minute time frame. Seems very valid. That range that we've got there, we're sort of at the top of this level of resistance. Gosh, now I'm really starting to like this trade. It seems like we're losing that bullish volume as well. We're just channeling in that range, so we could possibly expect price to reject this trend line. But let's see. If I were to take this trade, it would have to be where it's currently at, right? Keeping my stop loss tight at 300 pips. I want to see price. I want to see price continue to spike. You know, I want to see it break out of that trend line and reject, so we can keep our stop loss right above the wicks. I really like this trade. Let's see how it plays out. Currently not in it yet. I will get ready to send the trade out for the Discord so that we can all be in this trade together. Sorry guys, I have to use the restroom. ¿Qué pasó? Mm. Sí. Live on YouTube, brother. Próxima, no sé, puede durar entre 5 minutos a 1 hora por... Pues sí, ahorita vamos a ir como a la misma hora de siempre, 9:30, 9 por ahí. Si tienes que hacer algo, vaya sin mí. Alright, alright. I really like this trade. 1, 2, 3 touches. Now I want to be safe. I don't want to be let's see. I don't want to be impulsive with this, right? Trying to see reasons why my trade won't be valid. Well, no, I don't think that trend line is too valid, but we can, if we were to put it there. Seems like price is also respecting this minor level of support that's currently at. Now, what I don't like is that we failed to break these previous lows. Look how we respected them, right? We failed to break those previous lows. So let's go to the higher time frames. 30-minute. Gold currently at 19.18. I feel like we missed our trade with gold. Don't think yeah, I missed the entry with gold. You know, the trade was at 19.22. But the reason I didn't get in at 19.22 was very simple, guys. I had just hopped on the charts. I don't like getting in the trade right when I just hop on the charts. First. Second of all, I hadn't analyzed the charts yet, right? I need some time to analyze the charts and see how the trade is gonna play out. Potentially, you know, plan my trade, know when I'm gonna get in, when I'm gonna get out, when I'm willing to secure profits, when I'm willing to cut, to cut my losses. But also more importantly, I wasn't ready. So because I wasn't ready, I'm not gonna just hop in the charts and hop in the trade. That being said, I'd rather wait to see how the trade plays out. 1922 was a nice area where I really liked, and we're currently almost 40 pips away from that entry, 35 pips away from that entry. So like I said, I'm gonna sell at the top, buy at the bottom. So I don't think I'll be paying attention to gold for now. I'll be sticking to NASDAQ, keeping a close eye on NASDAQ. My target of NASDAQ was 15,000. That was my original entry target. But I like this level. I really like this level. I think I am going to sell at this level, keep my stops really low. Let me see how my spreads are looking on this trade. And also what I don't want is the volume. The volume doesn't seem to be in my favor much, but let's see what we can do. 15,000 would be the entry, 15,050. Stop loss would be, somewhere around 15,075. TP1 would be like that. TP1 we have TP1 could be our 1-to-1, right? 1525. 15 15,000, and TP3 would be like that 14,975 area. All right. 15,075 will be the stop loss. Like right where that 1-to-1 is at. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna execute off this trade. 15,000. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna execute out this trade. I just got in this trade at 15,055 is my entry. So let's see how it plays out. Alright. Alright, I'm in this trade guys, by the way. So my entry, let me give you guys my exact entry. 15,052 with spreads, in taking spreads in consideration. So let's see how this trade goes in, how this trade plays out. Currently in at 15,052, right? So let's see how it plays out. Like I said, there's not a lot of volume, so I'm risking very little off of this trade, guys. So let's see. I really like this stop loss. I like the amount. We have a lot of reaction at this level, a lot of rejection, so we could possibly reject. And I am anticipating that this bullish volume is finishing based off price action, right? If we can reject this trend line along with this level of resistance, we'd have three confluences there, right, with price action, and then we can continue this trend to the downside. So let's see, this trade has the potential to possibly be more than a 1-to-1, but we got to be patient. We got to be patient. Let me get a refill on my water real quick. All right, all right. So far, so good. So far, so good. We have 15-minute currently closing in 7 minutes. In order for it to close to my favor, I want to see it close underneath the previous low, right? Previous candle low. So I need it to close at 15,040 for me to feel more confident about this trade with this 15-minute time frame, right? With this current candle. So let's see. Oh baby, you got what I need. You say he's just a friend. There's just no volume, man. We need some volume up in this. Look at the DXY. It is Monday, but I don't think we should start seeing some volume start to kick in 20 minutes upon New York market open. Man, baby, you got what I need. And you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You got what I need. That's not the type of candle that we need. Let's see. You say he's just a friend. Guys, I will be also sending a breakdown on this trade later today, on telling you why I got in this trade, what I saw, why I won or why I lost this trade as well. So, oh, I want to see price reject this level. We can reject this level, we'll be fine. Mm, 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 mm. Alright, so we're rejecting the 1562 level. Alright, so based off, depending on how we perform at this level, I will be managing my risk, like possibly cutting half of my position near this level that we're currently at. But I'm still in this trade, guys, still in it. So my stop loss is right above the trend line and right above this level of resistance as well, right above previous reaction. So it is a nice stop loss. I really like it. I really do like it. We have 15 minutes left till the New York stock market opens up. I also like it because I'm trading with the trend, you know. So we're currently trading with the trend. The trend is my friend. Hopefully, in this case, it applies. But if it doesn't apply, I'll still be satisfied with my trade. Now, what I want to see something is, yeah, I really do like my stop loss. Another thing would to be to raise the stop loss, but I like it where it's at. I like it where it's currently at. Let's see if we can respect these highs, these levels of reaction. All right, this 15-minute has just been bullish, so let's see. Let's see if it wants to flip and make some bottom wicks. Gold at 1917. We're still at this level. Guys, ignore this. This is from yesterday's trade. I actually won it, so let me. I got in the trade at night and closed it at in the morning. So, but sells below 19. Yeah, man, I like my sells below 1908. And my buys above 1926 is where I like my buys. This is like my no trade range at the moment. Currently, I mean, it's about 170, it's about 180 pips, but um, it's a big range. Nasdaq, man, what is? Come on, man, don't fucking play with me like that. This 4 hour isn't looking too good on Nasdaq, but we did just open up. Look at the amount of reaction that we have near those levels as well. So, let's see. It just seems a little uncomfortable at the moment. 15 minute. If this 15 minute can flip and we can start seeing some downside movement, we should be good. But let's see how we react around this level that we're currently trading at. All right, guys. I will be calling it a live here. For those that are in the Discord, stay tuned with update on take profit, stop loss, and also, guys, stay tuned with the breakdown video on why I took this trade. Today was a happy Monday. I just kind of I wanted to tell you guys what happened to my Instagram. So, guys, if you want to reach out to me, through Discord, where I am actively on. Currently responding to all my people. We're all more than 400 traders in that community. So if you're not in there, I highly encourage you to check it out. It's completely free. We do free giveaways, free analysis, free trade signals. There's other traders that you can interact with, not just me. And would like to have you there as well. There's other people who could possibly learn from you, just how other people can learn from me, or I could even learn from you. So it's definitely pretty great. Pretty nice interactive community that I've got going on there. Thank you guys for the support. Please give this a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Really would help me out a lot and would mean a lot to me. That being said, guys, see you tomorrow. Monday through Friday, we're here 8 a.m. for New York session. So have a great, happy trading day. Peace out, guys. Happy Monday.